Hello there, I'm artist Aaron Rutten, and welcome to my digital artist vlog. In this episode, I'm going to talk a little bit about pricing your artwork. So there's several different methods you could use to price your artwork. There's the cost multiplier, there's an hourly rate plus materials, or there's just charging whatever you want for that piece of artwork. Some are more effective than others, and you can definitely try a combination of each. So let's go into detail about each of these. First is the cost multiplier. Let's say I spent $10 on the canvas and I spent $5 on paint, and so I could multiply that $15 times 3 and charge $45 for the artwork, or I could charge, $30 for the artwork, or so on. So multiply the cost of all of your materials times 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, and that's how you get your price. And that works really well for things that aren't traditional media like digital art prints. What did the print cost you? If the print cost you $5 to print, then you could do a cost multiplier of 2x and charge 10, or 3x and you could charge 15, and so on. Number 2 is hourly rate plus expenses. You could factor in how long did it take you per hour to do this? Did it take you 10 hours, 20 hours, 30 hours? And then what do you want to charge per hour? Do you want to make $10 an hour, $20 an hour, $100 an hour? You kind of have to figure that out, and it may vary from piece to piece, but that'll give you kind of an idea of what to charge. You definitely want to factor in materials and any other expenses into that price as well. And the third formula is pricing it based on what you want, and this isn't always the most effective because, everybody wants $10,000 for their painting, but a lot of people that collect art or buy art aren't going to spend $10,000 on your painting, unfortunately. So you have to be a little more reasonable in your pricing, and I know I've been guilty of that quite a few times, pricing things really high because it's something that I really like, or I really don't want to have to paint it again, or I feel like it's irreplaceable, so I want to charge a lot for it. But then it just sits in my studio and it doesn't sell because I asked way too much money for it, and no one will ever spend that amount of money on it. So you have to kind of check your ego and be a little more reasonable with your pricing. And a good way to gauge whether or not your pricing is realistic is to do a little research and find some artists who are similar to you, selling similar artwork to what you're selling, and see what they price their work. You can go on Etsy or any other website where you can sell art and try to get some stats based on how many pieces they've sold and what they charge and stuff like that. But in addition to pricing your stuff too high, don't sell yourself short, because it's really easy to charge too little for your artwork, and then you kind of get in this habit of being a cheap artist and everything you do is going to be really cheap, and you're going to be spending a lot of time making artwork and not making that much money from it. So you have to find the balance between charging way too much and charging not enough at all. And that takes a little bit of trial and error. You can price things, and stuff selling, you can raise the price a little bit. If it's not selling, you can lower the price, and eventually you'll find that happy medium. It's also very important to factor in shipping or any other expenses into your artwork. Let's say you sell something on Etsy and you say, well, I want $100 for this, but then it costs you, $20 to ship it, and then packing materials to pack it because it's a framed glass piece or something like that. And then you're ending up losing $30 off of that $100 that you wanted for your piece. So make sure that you factor that in. If you think it's going to cost you $30 to pack and ship something, and you want $100 for it, make sure you charge $130 and just factor that into your pricing. So there you go. Those are some quick tips about how to price your artwork. If you found this information helpful, take a quick second to like this video. And if you're new to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe, because you can get access to tons more tutorials about digital painting and how to be successful as an artist. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.